driver, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system. Had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed.
Salute when you see me on tip. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is Fiji. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy. They like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look, all this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you gotta salute when you see me.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire?
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Juke, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass, but in this case with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
On your team, 10. Switch.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for KC.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff, now Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Nifty move. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And not the first first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now this time Mahomes will throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Some room to work. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd down, House. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Murray. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
21-0 our score after 1. Second and 16. Murray now to throw. And it's complete to Martin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now running right on the option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 10. Now Murray. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris there to make the grab. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Murray. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 44.
Now Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run on first down. House. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, House. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Stay with your man. 44 is the mic.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. And here's a quick throw to Handler on the edge. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give. Running left is Harris. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. To throw, it's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. House. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. House. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Into the secondary, past the 40. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another 1st down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Mahomes hit, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Defense, let's go. 44, Mike, 44.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Check 36.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
First down, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure
There he goes, right side, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. throwing here. Rush. Flush to his right. This complete to Martin. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is caught by Martin. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. House, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 75 yards on the ground for him so far. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On play action, it's Murray. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 2nd and 12. Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now rush. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. It's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 70 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. clock at 5. We're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a give right side. It's Burnett. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. House. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up